So Stark on the throw. That'll be strike number 1 to Carrie Hager, the center fielder. Now for the second pitch. Strike 2 again. This is the third consecutive batter where she's gotten the count to 0-2. So now with the 0-2 count here with 1 out. Fouled off the end of the bat. Sorry we had some technical difficulties. We just got on air. In the top half of the first inning, Maddie Stark, who's on the mound for the Kenyon ladies, led things off. She was walked by Becca Dyer. That was her only 6th walk of the season. But then Becca Dyer got the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for 3 straight outs and had Stark stranded over at first. Julie Rooney then grounded off here in the bottom of the first as the leadoff hitter over to second baseman Patera, and Kenyon obviously just got hit on the arm. So the count here though, 1-2 to Carrie Hager. She lays off the outside pitch. Count goes 2-2. The off-speed pitch, Hager way too early and overswings on that one, so that'll be out number 2. We'll have the cleanup hitter, Gretchen Staubach, who's playing first base today. Face Stark now. The Denison Big Red softball team did split the doubleheader against Ohio Wesleyan yesterday. They were able to clinch a playoff spot in the NCAC tournament. Staubach sees that first pitch for a strike inside. So they'll be heading the tournament. DePaul, who's the top 1 seed in the NCAC, will host the NCAC tournament. As they're going to call that a check swing strike on Staubach. She couldn't hold up on that. Staubach fouls this one out of play. Trying to battle here down 0-2. This is the 4th consecutive hitter. Stark has gotten the count to 0-2. So now the off-speed pitch. That one check swing off the bat. That's going to fall into right field in front of Howard. So that'll be a base hit for Gretchen Staubach.
The catcher, number 3, Megan Edwards.
Megan Edwards now comes up to the plate. She's catching for the Big Red in game 1. Stark with the windup and delivery. That one fouled out of play. Now on pitch 2, driven out into left field. That's for base hit. We're seeing Hager run up. Kenyon round third all the way to home, and she'll score for the Big Red. So that's a single RBI to Megan Edwards, as Staubach will move to second as well. Now we'll see the freshman second baseman Ryan Lee come up to the plate now. So Stark's been doing a great job on the mound for the Kenyon ladies, working ahead in the count as that's a swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1, but she's unable to finish these hitters off. Denison hitters showing great poise already here in the first inning. As that one swing and a miss, Ryan Lee swung way too early there on the off-speed pitch. Denison did throw up 5 runs in game 1 yesterday against Ohio Wesleyan. And that was enough for Becca Dyer to hold off Ohio Wesleyan in game 1, not give up any runs to the battling Bishops, and pick up a 10th victory. That's one fouled out of play. Dyer only had scattered 2 hits and struck out 9 in that game. She's already started off here she started in the top of the first inning, great on the mound, only giving up 1 walk. but then getting 3 consecutive outs. So now Stark with the pitch. That goes in the dirt inside. Good hold off there by Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee down the left side of the infield. Third baseman Susulik hits, goes off her glove as she tried diving for that one. Couldn't make the play. That'll go down as a hit for Ryan Lee. So bases are now juiced as Rachel Laughlin comes up to the plate.
Shortstop number 9, Rachel Laughlin.
Rachel Laughlin is playing shortstop. She had a huge day in Game 1 yesterday against Ohio Wesleyan. She finished 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs. She'll see that first pitch right strike outside. So we'll see if Rachel can start off with a hit here and put some more runs on the board for the Big Red. This one popped out of play right over the Denison bullpen. Laughlin chased that pitch outside. Good heater there by Stark. That'll be her second strikeout of this inning. So run, 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners are left on base for the Big Red. Well, the score does go Big Red 1, the Kenyon Ladies 0, and we'll now head to the second inning. We'll take a short break. You've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Welcome back. Now we're in the top half of the second inning. Danielle Lizarraez come up to the plate for the Kenyon Ladies. She sees that first pitch just missing. High and outside there by Dyer. Saw a little bit of control issues from Dyer in the first inning. Was able to calm down on the mound and get the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters out. Lizarraez enters with a .265 batting average as she chases on that high outside pitch. This makes the count 1-2 now. And Dyer pitching that one right past Lizarraez. She just swings and misses. That's the second K on the day for now Dyer.
Catcher number 18, Tony Miller.
So the senior pitcher with 2 consecutive Ks gets that first one to go for a strike. So now Dyer with the count 0-2, fires that one past, and that's another strikeout. So Dyer only needing 19 more strikeouts to become the all-time strikeout leader in Big Red softball history.
Designated player number 12, Molly O'Connor.
Molly O'Connor, the designated player, who's hitting in place of Meredith Williams, who's out at short. Count now 1-0 to Molly O'Connor. O'Connor hitting 300. Swings and misses again against Dyer's pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside pitch. Dyer starting to find the control on the mound as she's recorded 3 straight strikeouts against the Kenyon Ladies. Looking for the 4th one here. Working outside against O'Connor there. Looks like she's been getting the Kenyon Ladies to really chase for those outside fastballs. They've been unable to make contact as they've been swinging late against them. Edwards set up outside. That pitch. Ground ball to Rachel Laughlin over at short. Out number 3. As that was a clean throw over to Staubach. Now we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. As the score remains Big Red 1, the Kenyon Ladies 0. We'll take a short break. You've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. I'm Nate Kuntz. Hello and welcome back now. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Dyer went 3 up, 3 down in the top of half of the second inning. She recorded 2 strikeouts and got Molly O'Connor to ground out over to Laughlin. So now Aaron Laswell, the designated player, will now start things off. She fouls this one off to the backstop. She'll be hitting in replace of Ellen McDevitt-Stredney out in left field. We've seen Stark really work ahead on the counts, but unable to finish the Big Red hitters off after starting 0-2. So this one's fouled past the Denison bullpen. Kenyon coming into this game with a 6-8 record in the NCAC. They will not be in the postseason tournament. As Laswell lays off that outside pitch. Stark almost hitting the corner on that one. Kenyon could have really picked up wins had they maybe have swept Hiram in that doubleheader as they lost by 1 run to both of those games. Laswell goes down on that swinging strikeout.
Left fielder number 5, Ellen McDevitt-Stredney.
I really wish they could have had those games back. They lost to Hiram 3-4 and 2-3 in those 2 games. And just wish they could have picked up maybe a game against DePaul or Witt when they had those doubleheaders. They could have maybe seen the NCAC tournament. McDevitt-Stredney will start off with a strike there and her first pitch. So McDevitt-Stredney trying to show bunt there. Unable to make contact, goes strike number 2. Now McDevitt-Stredney battling in the box, fouls this one out of play over the backstop. Now Stark on the 0-2 delivery. McDevitt-Stredney holds off on that pitch as that goes outside, counting out 1-2. This is where we saw Stark struggle in the first inning. After getting the 0-2 count, started throwing balls to these Big Red hitters as this one goes in the dirt outside again. Now count 2-2. Big Red trying to keep the hitting going. So they recorded 6 hits in Game 1 and 9 hits in Game 2 against Ohio Wesleyan yesterday. McDevitt-Stredney holds off on that one. Umpires in today's game, Bob Seathouse is behind the plate right now with Mike Russell over at first base. This one grounded over to second baseman Patera, thrown over to first. And that'll be out number 2. So good battle in the box by McDevitt-Stredney. Just unable to get the base hit and get on base. So Julie Rooney, who did ground out, start this game off to Patera in the first, comes up to the plate. This one lined up the middle of the infield. That'll roll out into the center field. So it'll go down as a base hit for Julie Rooney. With now Lindsey Kenyon coming up to the plate. She scored. She scored on the single RBI by Megan Edwards in the first. Held off on that outside pitch. Looked a little bit outside, but Seedhouse calls that one a strike. From the angle up here, didn't look like that crossed the strike zone. They'll come back inside against Kenyon. She fouls this one down the third base line. Count goes 0-2 now. Little rise ball action there by Stark. Goes too high though, making the count now 1-2. And that pitch goes high outside for ball number 2. Again, Denison will be in that NCAC tournament. Starting on May 2nd through the 3rd. This one's fouled down the first base line. This one grounded over to the third base, thrown to first, and that is out number 3. Good play by Susulik to get the out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner's left on base for the Big Red. And now we'll head to the 3rd inning, but the Kenyon ladies down by 1 to the Big Red. We'll take a short break as you're listening to the Denison Sports Network. And now we will start the 3rd inning here with Haley Howard, the right fielder for the Kenyon ladies, stepping up to the plate. Howard's been hitting .273 as she fouls this one over the backstop. Dyer making the count here 0-1. Howard has only recorded 12 hits on the season with 2 doubles. She runs out of the batter's box but holds back on that pitch as it goes outside. So Dyer here with the count 1-1 on the 3rd pitch. That one fouled down the third base line. Howard late on that pitch against Dyer. Seen the Kenyon ladies really struggle against Dyer with the fastball here. Dyer did a great job in the 2nd inning, going 3 up, 3 down with 2 strikeouts. As this one's lined over, right over Ryan Lee's mitt. This one's getting past Kenyon now in right field. Now Hager throwing to second. And Howard beats out the throw just in time as Laughlin couldn't apply the tag. So it'll be a single with an error recorded to Kenyon out in the field. Kenyon just misplayed the hop out in the outfield, and Hager tried throwing it into second, just couldn't get there in time. So now the Kenyon ladies have a runner in scoring position. Now the sacrifice bunt attempt is put on, but that goes foul down the first base line. That sacrifice bunt was made by Liz Patera, the second baseman. She's already recorded 2 putouts in the game today. Now she decides to swing at this one. That foul's out of play. Counts 0-2 here. So let's see what Becca Dyer can do on the mound here with the runner over at second. See if she can get out of this inning. She was able to in the 1st inning when she gave the leadoff hitter a walk, but then got the next 3 hitters out consecutively. As that bunt attempt goes to the backstop. And that'll be out number 1 as Liz Patera couldn't get it down.
Pitcher number 19, Maddie Stark.
So now we see Maddie Stark, the pitcher, come up to the plate. She was the leadoff hitter for the Kenyon ladies. sees that pitch. Swings and misses on the rise ball by Dyer. Again, Dyer only has a 1.06 ERA, has been a dominant force on the mound for the Big Red. In her entire career, she gets Stark to swing and miss again on the rise ball there.
Left fielder number 2, Jane Gublikian.
Now Jane Gublikian will face Dyer and take her chance. See if she can get her teammate from second all the way to home. That one fouled out of play. Now Dyer gets Gublikian to swing and miss on that one in the dirt. These Kenyon ladies hitters are very late against the pitches against Dyer. We haven't seen much off speed thrown by Dyer because of how dominant the fastball has been and her rise ball. As this one's fouled down the left field line. McDevitt's trending, running all the way to the fence. Just goes foul. But Dyer gets the count now 0-2. Again, Dyer needed only 22 strikeouts coming into this game to become the Big Red softball leader in strikeouts. This one's grounded over to Julie Rooney at third. Throws it to Staubach at first, and that is out number 3. So after the leadoff hitter in the inning gets all the way to second,
And in the third, no runs on 1 hit.
Dyer gets the next 3 consecutive hitters out, stranding 1 hitter, the base hit, no run score, no errors. Now we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning with the Big Red still up by 1. Take a short break as you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network.
Fielder number 2, Carrie Hager.
And now welcome back. We are now on the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your Denison Big Red are up 1-0 against the Kenyon ladies here. Denison scored that run in the 1st inning off a single RBI by Megan Edwards. This one grounded over the shortstop, fired over to first base. And Carrie Hager will ground out for out number 1 here to start things off.
First baseman number 18, Gretchen Staubach.
So good play by Williams. We see the arm over by the shortstop. Fired over to Delaney, and now we have Gretchen Staubach, who had a single in the 1st. She's also batting cleanup here for the Big Red. Lays off the outside pitch for a ball. So we're seeing both Stark and Dyer show great velocity on their pitchers. A little off-speed action. Just gets the corner high and outside, though. Makes the count 1-1. Scoring update for the Big Red baseball team. They're currently down 6-1 on the top of the 7th versus John Carroll. They have a doubleheader today. Staubach holds off on that inside pitch for ball number 2. And both those Big Red baseball games today will be 7 innings. Instead of a 7-inning in game 1 and a 9-inning in game 2. That pitch, though, goes for a strike on the outside. Now makes it 2-2. Staubach swings and misses as she goes way too early on that off-speed pitch by Stark.
The catcher number 3, Becca Dyer.
So good location by Stark. She hit Staubach with a couple fastballs and then came back with the off-speed pitch with the 2-2 count. She starts off that pitch with a strike against Megan Edwards. Currently looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning. That one's fouled to the backstop. Gretchen Staubach, who just got out, currently leads the Big Red with 5 home runs and tied with Rachel Laughlin with 17 runs scored. So that was a big out for Stark to get. As now Megan Edwards, who did get that single RBI and scored in Lindsey Kenyon in the 1st. It's up to the plate. She's down 0-2 in the count. Lays off the outside pitch by Stark. The count now goes 1-2. Stark now getting the pitch. The windup in delivery. That one drilled out to the left side of the infield, out falling between the shortstop and third baseman for a base hit. So Megan Edwards now 2 for 2 on the day. Now we have Ryan Lee, the second baseman, coming up to the plate. She also recorded a single in the first inning. And see if she can keep the Big Red alive here in the bottom of the third inning with 2 outs. The first pitch she sees, she fouls this one down the left field line, out of play. So now the 0-1 pitch to Ryan Lee. Lee ahead on that off-speed pitch, swings and misses, counts 0-2. So today, this is the 7th and 8th game that the Big Red have played this week alone. As this one's fouled down the right field line. It looks like the second baseman's trying to make the play, dives and misses as that one goes foul. Good hustle by Patera though. It's unable to make the catch. So count here 0-2 with 2 outs. Stark just misses outside again. 1-2. We've seen Stark start off with an 0-2 count against the majority of these Big Red hitters. But the Big Red have been able to stay poised at the plate and get a couple base hits here in the first couple innings. As this one's fired out into the outfield for a base hit. So again, we see that that's been the main theme of the first 3 innings for Stark. She starts aggressive against these Big Red hitters, but just ends up throwing pitches that are down the plate and allow the Big Red to get a hit. Just giving the Big Red hitters too many good looks for counts that are 1-2 and 0-2. Stark just misses that pitch outside. Seeing Stark starting to get a little frustrated on the mound. She's known that she's let a couple of these hitters slip away. Laughlin lays off that high and outside pitch for a ball. Counts now 2-0. Again, Laughlin had that huge Game 1 day against Ohio Wesleyan, going 2 for 3. Laughlin hits this one out into right center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Megan Edwards is going to come all the way around. That scores, and Laughlin will head to second on that throw in. And Ryan Lee's over at third now. So now we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Stark has started to find some trouble here in the third inning. Great job by Rachel Laughlin to get in. The run scored for the Denison Big Red. Now it goes 2-0. So we have an update with the men's tennis team. They ended up going third in the NCAC tournament. They ended up winning 5-3 against Allegheny to finish things off. So congratulations to the men's tennis team. They'll be playing against DePaul in the the women will be playing DePaul in the finals this afternoon in the NCAC tournament. So now Bob Seedhouse is going to go to the mound and try to break up this meeting to get the game moving along here.
The designated player, number 16, Erin Laswell.
So Rachel Laughlin makes her 20th RBI. She's the current leader in RBIs for the Big Red at 19. So throw another one on for her. She's had a great season for the Big Red out over at shortstop. She'll be greatly missed next year. She's a senior. Aaron Laswell, the designated player, has the count 0-1 here. Leads off that pitch. That rolls in the dirt to the catcher, Miller. That pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So we've seen Stark on the mound do a pretty good job to start off these at-bats against the Big Red hitters, getting ahead in the counts, being aggressive, making the counts 0-2. But has failed to really finish against these hitters. And has missed on some of her spots, has allowed the Big Red hitters to drive the ball out into the infield, out into the outfield. They've brought in 2 runs because of it. So with runners at second and third, count 2-2. Laswell lays off the high pitch for ball 3, now full count. McDevitt-Strudney is on deck. She ended up grounding out to Patera over at second in her first at bat in the second inning. That one fouled out into the backstop. Laswell trying to stay alive here. So we are only in the third inning, but Stark is now about to throw her 70th pitch already. Just misses on that one, high outside. So again, good patience by Laswell to not chase the bad pitches. So it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter come in for McDevitt-Strudney. And welcome back. Now we're in the top of the 4th inning. Kenyon ladies are currently down 2-0 against your Big Red. As Lindsay Susulik comes up to the plate, she's one of the top hitters on this Kenyon ladies squad. As she drills this one down the left field line, that's rolling all the way to the wall. She's heading over to second, and that'll be a stand-up double for Susulik. So after flying out to Carrie Hager at her first at bat, rips it on that pitch.
Number 15, Chelsea Delaney.
That'll be Susulik's 11th double. She's currently the leader for the ladies with the doubles. Good location there by Becca Dyer to get Chelsea Delaney, the first baseman, to swing and miss on that one. Now the windup and delivery. That one's fired down the left side of the infield. Falls in place between Laughlin and Rooney and rolls all the way out to McDevitt-Strudney, who re-entered the game. He throws it in, so we have runners over at first and third for the Kenyon ladies. A chance to try to bring a run in, cut down this lead. Looks like we have a pinch runner running in replace of Delaney. It'll be number 16, Elizabeth Ovida. And now Danielle Elizararez steps up to the plate for the Kenyon ladies.
Okay, 9's coming in also for 17. Pitch running for Kenyon. Number 9, Molly Gulman, and number 16, Liz Oveda.
So for being one of the top hitters for the Kenyon ladies, in the middle of the pack, she only has 5 RBIs on the year. Let's see what she can do here against Becca Dyer. She did strike out in the first. That's one fouled over the backstop. Also had a pinch runner come in for Susulik over at third. Molly Gulman will run in replace of her. So the count's here 0-1. That one fouled to the backstop again. Was it Rares who struggled at her first at bat against Dyer, trying to catch up to these pitches. Struggling again here at the second at bat. She's fouled both of those to the backstop, being late on them. Dyer does have the count 0-2, setting up outside. This one's pop flied out over to Carrie Hager in center field. That's falls in front of her, and her run's going to score. So Delaney will move to second. Lisa Rares picks up the single RBI. And Molly Goulman will score. Now we're seeing the bunt attempt. That goes down through baseline, foul. Making the count 0-1. Another bunt attempt shown. That one goes for a ball, though. Story Miller with that bunt attempt. Rooney running over to try to catch that one. Just gets out of her grasp, and now the count's 1-2. So Tony Miller, the catcher, unable to get down these bunt attempts for the Kenyon ladies. Swings and misses on that one, and that's her second strikeout at the plate. Now Molly O'Connor, the designated player, will come to the plate with one out and has runners at first and second. She grounded out to Laughlin over at short at her last at-bat. So Dyer fires, finds the strike zone on the first pitch, counts 0-1. We saw Dyer have 2 great innings on the mound for the Big Red. 3 great innings on the mound for the Big Red. Has come into trouble here in the fourth. So that's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. And with the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss by Molly O'Connor. So 2 straight strikeouts for Becca on the mound. That one's fouled to the backstop. It's Haley Howard. Had a single in the third inning and then reached second on that throwing on the air out by Kenyon in right field, misplaying the ball. Dyer now with the windup delivery to home. Goes too high on that pitch. Counts 1-1 now. Howard only has 1 RBI in the season for the Kenyon ladies. Lays off on that pitch, though outside, seeing great patience by Howard in the batter's box. And now the 2-1 pitch. Goes ball outside again, counts 3-1. Becca now fires. Misses on that one, and that goes for a walk. So after only having 5 walks on the entire season on the mound, she's recorded 2 here in this game alone. Liz Patera, who ended up striking out on the foul ball attempt. On the foul ball bunt attempt. Will now come up to the plate. She sees that first pitch for a strike. Counts here 0-1. Swings, misses, chases the high outside pitch. Bases are loaded though for Patera. Has a chance to tie this game up or possibly take the lead for her team. Just misses in that strike zone. Dyer thought she had another strikeout to finish this inning, get out of the jam. But the home plate umpire Seahouse says she just missed, and now that one down the left field line, just going foul out of the reach of Rooney's mitt. Tara just too early on that one. Got a hold of it too much. And now with the 1-2 pitch. Swings and misses, and Dyer gets out of it, making the Kenyon ladies strand 3 on base and only give up 1 run. So the Big Reds still lead this game 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll take a short break as you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. We are now in the bottom of the 4th inning with Julie Rooney leading things off for the Big Red. Stark fires that pitch to Rooney. Rooney fouls it off the end of the bat as that dribbles foul on the first base line. Rooney is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out over to Patera at second. She shows bunt attempt down the third base line. That rolls foul. She had laid that down successfully. That would have been a base hit. Rooney is down in the count 0-2 here. So we'll see what Stark can do here if she had trouble in the last inning. That one's going to fly over the shortstop's head for a base hit. And I can't say enough how well the Big Red hitters have done down in the count 0-2 and be able to battle back.
Number 1, Lindsay Kenyon.
So now Lindsay Kenyon, the right fielder, steps up to the plate. She sees the first one, shows bunt. She ends up going to it. And that goes strike number 1. She scored in the first inning off that RBI single by Megan Edwards. And then grounded out to the third baseman on her last at bat. She pops up on that slap hit attempt. And Williams, the shortstop, makes the play on the pop fly.
Center fielder number 2, Carrie Hager.
Carrie Hager now steps up to the plate. She's currently the center fielder for the Big Red. She's 0 for 2 at the plate with a strikeout and a ground out to Williams over short. Lays off that high outside pitch for a ball. Counts 1-0. So Big Red are in the NCAC tournament. All 4 teams heading to it have been set. That one goes outside with DePaul hosting it with a 13-3 record in the conference. And the rest of the teams are Wittenberg, who are currently 9-5 in the conference, along with Denison at 9-5, and Ohio Wesleyan at 9-7. This one's flown out to center fielder Liz Arares. And she will record out number 2 here for the Kenyon ladies. So Stark having a little bit more of a successful inning here in inning number 4 against the Big Red.
Number 18, Gretchen Staubach.
Saw her get in a bit of trouble in the 3rd inning after getting the first 2 hitters to get out. Allowed a bit of a 2-out rally in the 3rd with Megan Edwards starting it off. Was able to come all the way around to score on the single RBI by Laughlin. But then got out of the jam with the bases loaded to get by having Bolch, the pinch hitter, fly out to the right fielder. So Staubach sees that pitch in the dirt. Counts 1-1 here with 2 outs. She is 1 for 2 on the day. She had a single in the 1st inning and a strikeout in the 3rd. Now the pitch. This one driven out into left center. That one's going. And just off the top of the wall, we're going to have Rooney come all the way around from 3rd to score. And Staubach displays the power and almost sent that one out of the ballpark. But we'll take the RBI and stand up double.
The catcher, number 3, Megan Edwards.
Almost had enough carry to get out of here. Got a hold of Stark's pitch, and now we have Megan Edwards coming up to the plate, who's 2 for 2 on the day. She sees that first pitch for a strike. She also has an RBI and a run scored. See if she can make it 2 RBIs by bringing in Staubach to home. That off-speed pitch driven out to the left side of the infield. That one fired over to first, and they get Edwards out in time. It's a good play by Williams to go backhand on that one. So the Big Red put a run on the board, increase the lead again to 2. And we'll now head to the top of the 5th inning. We'll take a short break as you're listening to the Denison Sports Network. We are now in the top of the 5th inning. Big Red are currently winning 3-1 against the Kenyon ladies. The pitcher for the Kenyon ladies, Maddie Stark, will start things off here. She sees her first pitch for a strike. She's been 0 for 1 on the day. She walked in the 1st inning and then struck out in the 3rd. Swings and misses, too late on that one. And now the count goes 0-2. Saw Dyer get into trouble in the 4th inning and allowed a run to come in. She goes out high and outside on that one. Allowed 3 consecutive hits, with Susulik starting off with the double, followed by Delaney getting a single, and then Elisa Rares getting the single RBI to bring in the pitch runner, Molly Goulman, for Susulik into home. And the 0-2 pitch goes high, and that's a swing and a miss for Maddie Stark. So now facing Jane Blickian.
Left fielder number 2, Jane Blickian.
Blickian is 0 for 2. She flew out to Ryan Lee in the 1st and grounded out over to Rooney at 3rd. She fires this one out in center field. That one's going to drop in front of Hager for a base hit. The Denison Big Red baseball team ended up losing the Game 1 John Carroll by a score of 8-1. So it looks like, see if they can maybe split the doubleheader today and pick up a victory in Game 2. Again, that Game 2 will only go 7 innings between the Big Red baseball team and John Carroll. Also, congratulations to the men's lacrosse team by beating Ohio Wesleyan by a score of 14-5 in the championship game yesterday. So this one's driven out to center field. Hager decides to let it fall in front so she can make the throw to second. And they get the out for the lead runner.
first baseman, number 15, Chelsea Delaney.
So Chelsea Delaney, we'll see her first pitch for a ball. That will go down as a fielder's choice for Susulik. So this one's grounded to Ryan Lee over to second. Easy toss over to Staubach at first, and that is out number 3. So Dyer gets Kenyon, leaves a stranded runner on base, and not allow any runs as the score remains 3-1 for your Big Red. Well, to the bottom of the 5th inning as we take a short break here. You've been listening to the Denison Sports Network.
Leading off the 5th for the Big Reds.
And welcome back now. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Ryan Lee, who just recorded the put out for the 3rd and final out in the top of the 5th. Will be the leadoff hitter here for the Big Red. Sees that first pitch and fouls it off to the backstop. Lee has had a tremendous day for the Big Red, going 2 for 2. Just laying off that pitch for a ball. Counts 1-1 though. Denison have recorded 9 hits already in the first 5 innings. So leading off right where they ended yesterday against Ohio Wesleyan. The 4th pitch here. Goes ball outside 3-1. Again, this is the 7th and 8th games the Big Red have played this week. Started off the week against a doubleheader against Mount St. Joseph. Ended up sweeping them. And played a doubleheader against Worcester on Wednesday. Won both of those as well. And played a doubleheader yesterday against Ohio Wesleyan, splitting by winning Game 1 and losing Game 2. And now they finish it off here with the Kenyon ladies. So count full here to Ryan Lee. You see Stark now with the pitch. This one grounded over to the left side of the infield. Third baseman Susulik thrown over to first and records the out.
Shortstop, number 9, Rachel Laughlin.
And Rachel Laughlin will come up to the plate. Currently has 20 RBIs for the Big Red. And that 20th RBI was recorded in inning number 3 as she brought her home, Megan Edwards. Hits this one over to the third baseman for out number 2. Saw Laughlin there roll her hands over on that pitch, trying to pull the outside fastball.
Number 16, Erin Laswell.
Would have liked to maybe seen her hands take that to the right side of the field. But now we'll have Erin Laswell come up to the plate, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. She's the designated player hitter in place of Becca Dyer. Counts 0-1 though now. Leaves off on that inside pitch that goes in the dirt for ball 1. That one fouled out of play over the backstop here. Now counts 1-2. So it'll be interesting to see how the Big Red will fare in the NCAC tournament. We know Rebecca Dyer will be the dominant ace on the mound for the Big Red and most likely be able to pick up a victory. Big Red will probably throw her Game 1 in the tournament. It'll be interesting to see who they go with for Game 2. Stark with the outside pitch. Almost got Laswell to chase on it. But we've seen the good patience by the Big Red hitters at the plate today. Held off on that one, and now the count is full. Now the fire home. This one's grounded over to second base. Easy play for Patera to make, and that is out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Stark. And now we'll head to the top of the 6th inning with the Big Red currently leading 3-1 against the Kenyon ladies. We'll take a short break. You've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. I'm Nate Kuntz. And welcome back to everyone watching this game. Danielle Lizarrares will start things off for the Kenyon ladies. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. She fouls this one off to the backstop. She's the one who was in the 4th inning for the ladies, was able to score Gulman home. Who was pinch running in place of Susalik, who started out the 1-out rally with a double. She takes that pitch though, right field, and Kenyon getting under that one, get towards the out.
Catcher number 18, Tony Miller.
So we saw Lizarrares chase for that high pitch. And saw the ball hang up there in the air. So Tony Miller, the catcher now, swings and misses on that outside pitch. Not had too good of a day at the bat. Just had 2 straight strikeouts against Dyer. She'll pop fly this one out to left field. McDevitt Strenny going back and gets out number 2.
Designated player number 12, Molly O'Connor.
Now Molly O'Connor, just like her teammate Tony Miller, hasn't fared well either at the plate. 0 for 2 as well with the ground out over to Laughlin at short and a strikeout at her last at bat. Chases that low outside pitch for a strike. Dyer calming things down here in the past 2 innings on the mound. After giving up that run in the 4th, she sends that one 2 outside for the ball. Counts 1-1. That one, a check swing by O'Connor, the designated player. Ends up catching the bat though and goes foul, so counts 1-2 now. See if Dyer can blow it by here and record another strikeout. And it, swing and a miss. Great location for that outside pitch. O'Connor chases, and that's the 3rd and final out here in the top of the 6th inning. So 3 up, 3 down for Dyer, and the score remains 3-1 in favor of the Big Red. We'll take a short break as you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Hello all, and welcome back. Now we're in the bottom of the 6th. Ellen McDevitt Strenny will start things off for the Big Red. She re-entered the game after Balch had pinched hit for her in the 3rd with a bases loaded situation. Was unable to connect. That's a bunt attempt there by McDevitt Strenny. Runs it out. Tries to run it out, but is unable to beat out the throw in time. Great play by the 3rd baseman, Susalik, to get it over there in time to the 1st baseman, Delaney. Now Rooney up to the plate. We know that's McDevitt Strenny's forte really at bat, is trying to lay down the bunts or slap hits to get on base. Now Julie Rooney up to the plate. She's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Hits this one to the 2nd baseman, Matera. Easy toss over to 1st. That's out number 2. So Stark working through a quick inning already. He's gotten the first 2 batters to go down.
Lindsey Kenyon.
And Lindsey Kenyon now, the right fielder, who's been 0 for 2 with it and been hit by a pitch at her first at bat. Does have a run scored and allowed the Big Red to take the early lead. Fouls this one to the backstop. On the windup and delivery, Low outside pitch from Stark. That goes count 1-1. And just like Dyer, who had trouble in the fourth, Stark did as well. But has calmed things down here in the fifth and sixth. Gets Kenyon to swing and miss on that pitch. Really, Stark, we've seen glimpses of how well she can throw on the mound, but getting ahead on these hitters. Just misses low and outside on that corner. But Stark, though, the junior pitcher, just unable to put these big red hitters down when she has them up on 0-2, 1-2 accounts. And as an example, she's now, after working ahead to Kenyon on a 1-2 count, she's thrown 2 straight balls to make it 3-2. And Kenyon will pop fly this one out. Williams over at short, comes under it looking into the sun. And that is out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Stark. And the Big Red will have the score remaining 3-1 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. This is the last inning for the Kenyon ladies to either tie it up or try to take the lead. We'll take a short break as you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Hello and welcome back, as now we are entering the last inning with Haley Howard, the right fielder, starting things off for the Kenyon ladies. They're currently down 2 runs to your Big Red. Need to try to tie this game up if they want to send it into extras, or take the lead and try to pull off the victory and hold the Big Red hitters in the bottom half of this inning. So Dyer's looking to go for the complete game here in the 7th. She misses on that pitch and count goes 2-0. Now we see the third pitch just going outside there, making the count 3-0. Becca Dyer does have 10 strikeouts in this game. She's done a tremendous job for the most part, minus that 4th inning. She gave up a run. That's the strike zone there, and that's count making it 3-1. Dyer gets Howard to foul this one out of play over on the left side. So battling back here to get the count 3-2. Dyer did have a 3-up, 3 down inning in the 6th. Getting the first 2 hitters to fly out to the right and left fielders. And then got a Connor to strike out for the 3rd and final out. And she paints the outside corner there against Howard for strike number 3. So Howard will go down looking there, and that is out number 1.
Second baseman number 7, Liz Patera.
So that's 11 Ks now on the day, and that makes her total 115 on the season. That ball goes low and outside. And starts the count off here, 1-0 against Patera. Patera, though, pop flies. This goes left side of the infield. That flies over into the Denison bullpen, though. So now Dyer's reaching her 96th pitch here. This one's fouled over the press box here. Now with the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Excuse me, the count was 1-2 there. So there's 2 straight strikeouts for Dyer here in the 7th. Looking to get the 3rd and final out so the Big Red can pull off the victory here and improve their record to 18-13 on the season, 10-5 in conference. Maddie Stark, the pitcher for the Kenyon ladies, though, is up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts against Dyer. Holds off on that second pitch for a ball. Counts 2-0. Swing and a miss there by Stark. We've seen a lot of movement on Dyer's pitches. And the Kenyon ladies have just unable to make contact on them. That's 100 pitches for Dyer there. Stark leads off, holds off on that inside pitch. The count is 3-1. Catches the outside corner there to make it full. Now Rebecca Dyer looking to go the complete game here and pick up her 11th victory on the season. Full count, 2 outs. Just misses high and outside on that one. And Stark will pick up her second walk.
Left fielder number 2, Jane Gublikian.
Jane Gublikian comes up to the plate for the ladies. Gublikian is the top hitter, though, for the Kenyon ladies. As she takes that first pitch. This is driven out to left field. It's got some lift on it. And that one's going to be taken out of the ballpark for a 2-run home run. Gublikian, just on her first swing against Dyer, takes that pitch on the inside and lifts it all the way out over the fence. And that will be her 4th home run on the season. And it couldn't come at a better time for the Kenyon ladies.
At 17, Lindsay Sulik.
So just when Dyer thought she had this game wrapped up for a victory, as that one goes for a ball, gives up one too good to Susulik. And that ball had some carry. We do have some wind out here in the field. And it looks like that one carried it all the way out. Excuse me, Gublikian ends up getting the 2-run home run, with now Susulik up to bat. Susulik finally sees a strike here with the count now 3-1. She does have 2 home runs on the season, looking to maybe get a hit here, but she'll take the walk here on the inside pitch for a ball. Another runner gets on base for the Kenyon ladies.
First baseman number 15, Chelsea Delaney.
Chelsea Delaney up to the plate for the ladies. She does lead with 4 home runs on the season for them. Dyer hits the strike zone on the first pitch for a strike. Now the count's 0-1. That's her 110th pitch. This one's flown out into right center. Hager going over to chase it down. Finds it into the glove for the 3rd and final out. So Dyer, after getting the first 2 hitters to strike out, allows Stark to get a walk, and then Gublikian takes advantage of a pitch on the middle inside part of the plate and sends it out of the ballpark for a 2-run home run. And so we head to the bottom of the 7th inning with the score tied 3-3. Big Red looking to maybe put a run on the board and win this game. So we'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere as we're in an exciting Game 1. You're listening to the Denison Sports Network. Welcome back. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Carrie Hager will start things off with your Big Red. She drills this one down the left side of the infield. That goes off the arm of Susulik. A hard rip there by Carrie Hager. And that'll go down as a hit.
First baseman, number 18, Gretchen Staubach.
So Carrie Hager wastes no time here in the bottom half of the last inning. Sends it a rocket down to Susalik. Susalik couldn't look that one into the glove. Wears it off the arm. And so Hager will get to first base. And just like Dyer, Stark is getting high into the pitch count. That was our 108th pitch. She faces Gretchen Staubach. Shows sack bunt, lays it just down, and that one hits Staubach, so she'll be safe. Instead, it looks like they're going to call her out for being in the way of the baseline, on preventing Miller to throw it down the first. But Staubach does do her job, laying down the bunt and moving Carrie Hager over to second. Just unfortunate that she got in the way of that throw and had to be recorded as an out. So one out here now as Megan Edwards comes up to the plate. Surprising to see Staubach lay that one down, though. She did have a rip out in the fourth inning with a stand-up double. Hit the top of the fence out there in left center. Almost sent one out of the ballpark here. It did pick up an RBI, so almost had thought that Coach Tiffany Osmond would have let her swing away, but she wanted to make sure Hager got to second. And it looks like we're going to have the right and left fielder switch out in the field for the Kenyon ladies. So Howard moves to left field and Gublikian goes over to right. Stark throws the inside pitch there, goes for a ball as that tails away. Edwards sees that second pitch, unable to get hold of it, catches the end of the bat, goes out of play for a foul ball, counts 1-1. Carrie Hager over at second, who started the inning off with a leadoff single. The off-speed pitch driven up down the middle of the infield. Williams, the shortstop, tries throwing up to first and gets it over in time to Delaney as Edwards is unable to beat out the throw.
Second baseman, number 6, Ryan Lee.
Ryan Lee, though, now comes up to the plate. It could be the hero here in game one with Carrie Hager over at third. So all she has to do is get a base hit here or run out a throw. She is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. Lays off the first pitch for a strike. That one fouled over the backstop, out of play for strike number 2. Ryan Lee is only 6 for 21 with runners in scoring position. But she has had an impressive day here so far, so we'll see what she can do here at the plate. See if she can bring Hager from third. The 0-2 pitch now. Swing and a miss on the rise ball for out number 3, and we're going to head into extras here as the score remains 3-3. And Stark is able to get out the jam. So we'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere as you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Hello and welcome back. We are now in extras here in game 1. As the Kenyon ladies were able to bring in 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning. As Danielle Lizarrares swings and misses on the rise ball from Becca Dyer. Those 2 runs came off the 2-run home run by Gublikian. She drove it out into left center and allowed the wind to carry it out of the ballpark. So it counts 0-2 here on Elizarrares. That one in the dirt, off-speed pitch. Goes for a ball, counts 1-2. A swing and a miss, chasing the outside high pitch. And Elizarrares goes down on a strikeout. So now Tony Miller, the catcher, will face for Becca Dyer. She grounds this one over to second. Ryan Lee takes it out of the mid, tosses it to Staubach, and that's out number 2. So we saw this in the 7th where Becca Dyer got the first 2 hitters to go out. Then got into trouble doing Stark that walk over to first and then giving too good of a pitch to Kenyon. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner though here. She's a pinch hitter. Should be hitter in place and it doesn't Connor. And the flex player. Meredith Williams over a short hit in place. Chases the high pitch there for a swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. Molly O'Connor was 0-3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. She looks like Coach Aaron O'Neill wants to see if Williams has a better shot against Dyer, except she swings and misses again, chasing the high fastball from Dyer. Looks like she's trying to do a slap hit here. But it's not connected on 2 straight pitches. And now the 1-2 pitch. That's strike 3. Gone down looking. That's a new career-high strikeouts for Becca Dyer in a game.
No errors, no one left on for Kenyon in the 8th.
So the score remains 3-3 here as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Big Red trying to see if they can get a run here to win the game in extras. I'll take a short break as we've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Hello and welcome back here as we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Rachel Laughlin will lead things off. And like we said, Rebecca Dyer now hitting an all-time career-high strikeouts with 14 in a single game. So congratulations to her. That hit, hard hit over to the third baseman, Susulik. She fires it to Delaney over at first, and that is out number 1. So Susulik, after bobbling the ball initially, gathers it and able to make the throw over in time. Aaron Laswell, the DP, though, for the Big Red now comes up to the plate. She's 0 for 2 with a walk. That one, a line shot right back to Stark for out number 2. Stark says, look what I found in the glove.
Left fielder number 5, Ellen McDevitt-Strendy.
And now we'll see Ellen McDevitt-Strendy come up to the plate. So we're seeing the first and third baseman playing in against McDevitt-Strendy. So they're going to see if she shows the bunt. She does. She lays it down. Perfect spot right in front of, right in between the pitcher and catcher. And that is a base hit for McDevitt-Strendy. Great spot to lay down that bunt. So we saw Susulik running over. She had to throw across the body coming in to make that play. And with the speed that McDevitt-Strendy has, beats out the throw. That's why we've seen a lot of McDevitt-Strendy here in the season playing in games for the Big Red. He's able to get a hit by laying down bunts at crucial points and couldn't come at a better time with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. So Rooney now, the third baseman, will bat here for the Big Red. She sees that first pitch, second pitch for a strike with the count now 1-1. That was Stark's 120th pitch. So now she will wind up and deliver against Rooney. Off-speed pitch. Rooney takes the hands to it high and outside and fouls this one out of play. Or still in play, but fouls it over near the left field line. That's a swing and a miss chasing that low and outside pitch. And Rooney goes down on strikes.
No runs, no errors, and 1 left on for the Big Red in the 8th.
So no runs, no hits, and no runners are left on with no errors. Excuse me, 1 runner's left on with McDevitt trending over at first. And now we will head to the 9th inning here in Game 1 with the score remaining 3-3. We'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere, though. You've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Hello and welcome back. Now we're in the top of the 9th inning. As we are in extras here, as Kenyon were able to tie it up in the top of the 7th inning with the 2-run home run. Like we said, Haley Howard is starting it off. She fouls this one down near the Denison bullpen. Falls in between the third short and left fielder. No one's able to make a play on it. So the count's 0-1. Haley Howard's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a walk. She struck out looking at her last at bat. So that's one's fouled to the Denison dugout. So this one drilled right back to Dyer. She fires it over to Sawback at first, and that is out number 1.
Second baseman number 7, Liz Patera.
Now Liz Patera, the second baseman for the Kenyon ladies, face Dyer. She swings and misses on that pitch. Good location by Dyer. Patera has recorded 4 putouts though at second base. Even though she has struggled at the plate. She drills this one out to right center for her first base hit in the game. And so the Kenyon ladies now have a runner over at first.
Pitcher number 19, Maddie Stark.
Maddie Stark now comes at the plate. Patera before that hit had gone down on 3 at-bats on strikeouts. So way to battle back on the 4th one and able to bring a hit for the Kenyon ladies. Rooney throws it to second, tries getting the lead runner out, and they call her safe. So that goes down as a fielder's choice on Stark, who tried laying down the sack bunt. Rooney with her speed got to the ball in time where she could make a play to second. And Mike Crusoe, the umpire out on the bases, calls her safe. Very questionable call at best.
Right fielder number 2, Jane Gablikian.
Jane Gablikian now comes up to the plate for the Kenyon ladies. That's a ground over to Rooney at third. Fires across the body to Staubach. And they call her out. That might have been a makeup call, as that one seemed more like Gablikian was safe on that play
17, Lindsay Suzulik.
Then Patera was over at second. But nonetheless, the runners moved to third and second. It's now Lindsay Suzulik, the third baseman. Pops this one high out into the outfield. Carrie Hager coming under it. And that is the third and final out, so 2 runners will be stranded on base for the Kenyon ladies. And the score remains 3-3. As we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Take a short break. You've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Welcome back. Now, as we are in the bottom of the 9th inning, your Big Red are currently tied with the Kenyon ladies 3-3.
Right fielder, number 1, Lindsay Kenyon.
As Lindsay Kenyon will start things off for the Big Red. So Stark still in the game for the Kenyon Lords. Gets Lindsay Kenyon to foul that one over the backstop. And the count's 0-1. Swings and misses on that off-speed pitch. Chased the low outside location. And now the count's 0-2. Kenyon pops up. Easy play for Delaney over at first. And that's out number 1.
Center fielder, number 2, Carrie Hager.
Carrie Hager, who started off with the single in the 7th inning. Sees that first pitch for a ball outside. She got all the way over to third base with a chance for Ryan Lee to hit her in. Lee ended up swinging and missing on strike 3. And so Hager was stranded over at third. Lays off that second pitch for a ball high. Stark is now at 127 pitches. So the windup and delivery. Hager takes this to the right field. That falls in front of Howard. And now Gretchen Staubach comes up to the plate.
First baseman, number 18, Gretchen Staubach.
We saw in the 7th inning that she laid down a bunt to move Hager over to second. But we do have one out. We'll see what head coach Tiffany Osmond wants her to do here. Looks like she's going to allow Staubach to swing away. Staubach holds off on that pitch, goes for ball 1. Now we will see Stark here wind up and deliver. This one shot in the left side of the infield, out of the reach for Williams to make the diving play. So now 2 runners are on base after 2 straight singles by the Big Red hitters. A lot of power by Staubach up at the plate. Ripped that right past Williams. And now Hager's over at second. Megan Edwards now up to the plate. She grounded out to Williams over at short of the last at bat. Fouls this one out of play over the Kenyon dugout. Now we're going to see Howard move to left field again and Gublickian moving to right. They did this to Megan Edwards again in the 7th inning. As Edwards lines this one in the air down the left field line. But ends up going over the fence, but that'll be foul. Megan Edwards just said maybe had kept that in play, that would have been the game over, and Big Red would have picked up the win on the 3-run home run. So count 0-2 with 1 out. Off-speed pitch low in the dirt. Edwards is 2 for 4 on the day. She did have an RBI in the first inning that brought Kenyon in to score. She pop flies this one over to right fielder Goblickian. Looks like Hager's going to tag up from second over to third, and we'll get there successfully.
Number 6, Ryan Lee.
Ryan Lee comes up to the plate again, and just like in the 7th inning, we're here in a familiar situation with Hager over at third and Lee up to bat. Sees that outside pitch. Looked like that was way out of the strike zone, but it looks like it caught the corner. We're going to have a meeting on the mound between Stark and our coach. The rest of the infield and the catcher will come in to talk as well. So Lee, who failed to produce in the 7th to bring in Hager from third, has a chance to be the hero again here in the 9th inning. See what Ryan Lee can do. She's down in the count 0-1, 2 outs with runners at first and third. Stark now with the windup and delivery. That one drilled down to right center, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Hager will score, and that'll be the game winner here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So Lee is able to produce this time in the 9th and bring in Hager on the base hit. So the final score will be Denison 4, Kenyon Ladies 3. And we're going to take a short break here. We'll recap Game 1 for you. So you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network. Hello and welcome back here as we recap Game 1. The Denison Big Red pull off the victory here in extras in the bottom of the 9th inning off the game-winning hit by Ryan Lee. She singled to right center and brought in Carrie Hager to score. So great job by the Big Red after Dyer gave up the 2-run home run to Gublickian in the 7th inning that allowed 2 runs to score and tie up the game at 3s. And sent this one into extras, but Big Red persevere and win. So some final numbers. Denison 4 with 14 hits and 1 error. Kenyon had only 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Becca Dyer will pull off the victory with improving her record to 11-3, going all 9 innings, giving up only 7 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, and had her all-time career high in strikeouts in a game at 14. Picking up the loss will be Maddie Stark as she makes her record go to 13-9, giving up 14 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. We'll take a short break. Game 2 will start up here soon, so don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us as you've been listening to the Denison Sports Network.